In the golden age of action cinema during the late 1980s and early 1990s, two formidable figures dominated the martial arts and action movie landscape. Jean-Claude Van Damme, the muscles from Brussels, and Matthias Hues, the towering German-American powerhouse, represented the pinnacle of physical prowess and cinematic combat expertise. While they never officially faced off in their prime, the hypothetical matchup between these titans continues to captivate action movie enthusiasts worldwide. Van Damme burst onto the Hollywood scene with his incredible flexibility, lightning fast kicks, and charismatic screen presence. Meanwhile, Matthias Hues carved his niche as the ultimate antagonist, standing at an imposing 6'5" with a physique that could intimidate even the most seasoned action heroes. Both men represented different philosophies of combat and entertainment, making their theoretical confrontation one of the most intriguing what-if scenarios in action cinema history. Van Damme's journey to stardom began with his background in karate, kickboxing, and ballet, creating a unique combination of power, grace, and athleticism. His signature splits, spinning kicks, and acrobatic fighting style revolutionized how martial arts were portrayed on screen. Films like Bloodsport, Kickboxer, and Universal Soldier showcased his ability to blend emotional depth with spectacular physical performances, earning him a devoted global fan base. Matthias Hues, on the other hand, built his reputation as Hollywood's go-to villain and formidable opponent. Standing as a mountain of muscle with extensive martial arts training, Hues became the measuring stick against which other action heroes were tested. His roles in No Retreat, No Surrender 2, Kickboxer, and TC-2000 demonstrated his versatility as both a menacing antagonist and a capable leading man. His imposing presence and genuine fighting skills made him a respected figure among action movie aficionados. Van Damme's combat approach emphasized speed, flexibility, and technical precision. His karate and kickboxing background provided him with devastating leg techniques, while his ballet training contributed to his exceptional balance and fluid movement patterns. At his peak, Van Damme possessed remarkable cardiovascular endurance, explosive power, and the ability to execute complex combinations with devastating effectiveness. His famous helicopter kick and split punch combination became iconic moves that defined 1990s action cinema. However, Van Damme's relatively smaller stature, 5'10", approximately 185 pounds in his prime, and occasional over-reliance on flashy techniques could be considered potential vulnerabilities against a larger, more powerful opponent. Matthias Hues brought a completely different set of advantages to the table. Standing 6'5" and weighing around 240 pounds of solid muscle, Hues possessed significant reach and power advantages. His background in multiple martial arts disciplines, including karate and kickboxing, combined with his natural athleticism and intimidating physical presence, made him a formidable competitor. Hues demonstrated excellent grappling skills and the ability to absorb punishment while maintaining offensive pressure. The potential weakness in Hues' approach might be his slightly slower movement speed compared to more agile opponents, though his reach and power could compensate for any mobility disadvantage. Round 1. In a confined space, Van Damme would likely attempt to use his speed and agility to create angles and avoid Hues' powerful strikes. His superior mobility would allow him to dart in and out of range, targeting leg kicks to compromise his opponent's base. However, Hues' exceptional reach and timing could catch Van Damme during his approach, potentially ending the fight with a single well-placed strike. Round 2. As the battle progresses, Van Damme's superior conditioning and technical diversity would become apparent. His ability to attack from multiple angles and elevations would force Hues to constantly adjust his defensive positioning. Hues would need to rely on his power advantage and strategic positioning to control the distance and pace of the encounter. Round 3. In the final phase, both fighters would be operating on experience, heart, and determination. Van Damme's mental toughness and never-give-up attitude would clash against Hues' methodical approach and devastating finishing power. The outcome would likely depend on who could better execute their game plan under pressure. Van Damme's advantages: superior speed and agility, more diverse striking arsenal, better cardiovascular conditioning, exceptional flexibility allowing unique attack angles, proven ability to overcome larger opponents. Van Damme's potential disadvantages: significant size and reach disadvantage, potentially vulnerable to power shots, historical tendency to rely on spectacular techniques that might be countered. Matthias Hues advantages: massive size and reach advantage, superior raw power, excellent defensive positioning, ability to end fights with single strikes, strong grappling and clinch work. Matthias Hues' potential disadvantages: slower foot speed and lateral movement, less diverse striking combinations, potentially inferior stamina in extended encounters. Based on careful analysis of their respective tools, techniques, and physical attributes, I believe Jean-Claude Van Damme would emerge victorious in a prime versus prime encounter. While Matthias Hues possessed significant physical advantages, Van Damme's superior speed, technical diversity, conditioning, and proven track record against larger opponents would likely prove decisive. Van Damme's ability to create and exploit angles, combined with his devastating leg kicks and superior mobility, would allow him to gradually break down Hues' defensive structure. His experience in high-pressure situations and mental fortitude would enable him to weather any early storms and capitalize on opportunities as they presented themselves. However, this would be no easy victory. Hues possessed the size, power, and skill to end the fight at any moment, making every exchange potentially decisive. The margin for error would be minimal, and Van Damme would need to fight the perfect tactical battle to overcome such a formidable opponent. Both Jean-Claude Van Damme and Matthias Hues left indelible marks on action cinema, inspiring countless performers and entertaining millions of fans worldwide. While we can only speculate about their hypothetical confrontation, their individual contributions to the genre remain undeniable. Their prime years represented the peak of practical martial arts choreography and authentic physical performance in Hollywood, setting standards that modern action films continue to reference and aspire to achieve.